Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. So today we got something of mine here. This is a CECHYA0080 stereo headset for the PlayStation 3. Now I think it's pretty obvious one of the big things wrong with it. We do have the cups kind of coming apart here. So I do have some new cups here that I ordered on AliExpress, and I'm kind of an idiot. Because I could have gotten these with the headband, but when I ordered these months ago, the headband actually was not falling apart because I did do the rub test, but now it is. So I'm gonna have to figure out something with that, see if I can find them. But the other issue with this too is that they just do not work at all. So these are very old. I've had them for probably over 10 years. It does not hold the charge, obviously, for given the age and everything like that. And it also lost connection, which was also probably related to the battery. So it stays on for like 2 minutes and then shuts off, but now it just doesn't turn on or anything. So the subject of today's video is we're gonna open this up, replace the battery, clean it up, obviously, and replace the leather. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so first things first, I wanna vacuum up some of this cat hair. Alright, so there are some screws we need to access, but they're underneath these ear cups, which we have to remove anyway, so we'll just kind of rip them off. Okay, well, I don't know if that's going to come off. Or rather, I don't know if I should take that off. Yeah, we'll just leave that on. Okay. We can just toss these in the trash. And then this we'll deal with later. So it's been months since I looked these up, where everything was. So only one of these I have to take apart to get to the battery. And I don't remember if it was on the right side or the left side. What I don't remember is if you charge it here and then there's a wire that goes here to charge the battery, or if the battery's over here. But I feel like the electronics would be on this side because it's got the volume switch and everything like that. So I'm just going to start with the right side. I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day which one it is. I mean, I could just look this up, but what fun would that be? Looks like there are 3 screws, 3 teeny tiny screws, and yeah. Okay, hopefully you all can see what I'm doing. Okay, now that that's out, looks like we got 2 screws holding this on. This is like so awkward. I think I need a smaller screwdriver for this. Also a different angle. The only reason I'm doing that at this weird angle is so I can capture it on film. Hoping my wrist isn't in the way. Alright, so that's what we want here. We want to get that off so then we could take these 2 screws off here. Sorry, this is like super fiddly to get on camera, but you kind of get the idea. Oh man, this stuff's just flipping and flopping all over the place. Oh crap, there's 2 more screws. Yeah, so this has to get slid down and then there's 2 more screws. I thought it was stuck. You know, this is all a learning process. Wish I could disconnect this stupid thing. Aha! First guess. Right there, there's the battery. It's gotta take it out. Well, that came off. It's alright, we'll deal with that. Yeah, that was just glued on. I just had like a heart attack. Yep, there we go, it's back on. Had like a heart attack there for a second. Alright, let's take a look at this battery. So some of you probably will already know what this looks like. This is a DualShock 3 battery, basically. It's got the nubs on the bottom. Some of the DualShock 3 batteries did have them. So, yeah, it's makes things a lot easier because I keep them in stock. So I have a DualShock 3 battery here, and everything else seems to match up. There's probably going to be a little differences in the specifications. When I looked at them, they were a little bit different, but it should work just fine. I mean, I switch them all. I use this all the time in DualShock 3s, and I've never had an issue. So, yeah, let's plug this in and see how this goes. All right, so we'll just kind of vaguely stick that in there because it ain't gonna stay. It doesn't have those nubs on it, so we're just gonna do the best we can with it. Actually, we'll plug it in first, and then we'll fiddle around with that. Just kind of vaguely stick that back on there. Good. Alright, just gotta put these 4 screws back in. I did give it kind of a quick wipe down. I thought I recorded it and then realized I didn't. But yeah, this isn't like going to be a full restoration, so I'm not going to take apart the other side, but I just cleaned behind here a little bit just because I have access to it. I'm not going to do it on the other side because I'm not trying to take this completely apart, so yeah, it's just going to be what it's going to be. Yeah, sorry about the lack of good angles on this one. Alright. Now which way do you go? Or are you upside down? No, the R has to face the right way. You have to be able to read it, like normal. Yeah, that only goes in one way. That's like a puzzle piece. Don't worry, people. I'm gonna get there eventually. Yeah, now it's upside down again. There it goes. Alright, we're making progress. Alright, I think I have it in place. Ah, damn it! So I'm just gonna wipe this down just a little bit while we're here. Yeah, I forgot about the virtual surround sound. It was kind of a cool feature of these back in the day, was it would mimic like it was 7.1 surround sound, so I guess it just probably used software for that. But when you would turn that on, it actually did a pretty good job. I mostly use that, I think, for movies and some games. Some games actually sounded really good with it. I mean, I use this thing mostly with the original Black Ops. That was like my go-to game back then. Mostly the zombies. They don't appear to be directional. I mean, I put both of them on my ears. They seem like they seem fine, like either way. So I think as long as they just are going up and down, it should be all right. And these are pretty, I'm sure that these are just generic. They probably advertise this for multiple different headsets. But yeah, I can definitely tell that this is not going to go well. This is beyond my dexterity. Let me just try and go in this channel here. Ah, damn it. I feel like this is one of those things, once you get it the first time, you're like, oh, that's how it's done. Right now, I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. Come on. So close. I really should have started at the bottom, huh? Or rather, the top. Oh, you were so there. Come on. Oh, thank God. Finally. Alright, we just got one more to do. Alright, so from lessons learned, I think it's best we start from up here and then work our way down. Oh, for crying out loud.
One eternity later.
Alright, I think I might almost be there. Alright, so we're in on top and the sides. Oh, damn it, it shifted. Let's try that again.
2 hours later.
Alright, well, we're over something, so I think all we have to do is just kind of push this back down, and hopefully we're good. Okay, just get in the groove. Stop giving me problems. Well, at least the second one took me less time to do. Let's see if we can get this top piece off. So I believe this just pops out. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that I don't like. Come on, Sony, why do you have to make this difficult? Alright, so this is kind of what we're looking at now. Yeah, it looks like they ran the wire up and down, so it looks like we're gonna have to cut a couple of these to get the wire out, because we definitely do not want to damage that. So, alright, let me get my scissors. This is just gonna take a little snippy snip. Alright, this is out. A lot more damage than it was before, but whatever. It's out, that's all that matters. Alright, so really all it looks like is this pleather is folded in, so maybe if we just kind of remove this. Kind of hoping it's not part of the foam, which I mean, if it is, it's not a big deal. Want to do as little damage as possible, because if I can get this pleather, and I would like to use it as a template. We'll see what it looks like underneath and go from there. Okay, it's actually not connected to it. Yeah, that is hilarious. They just frickin' taped it on here. Alright. So provided we can find this, which, why do I have the feeling I should be able to find this out of Michael's? I can reuse this because the foam's good. There's nothing wrong with the foam. And then, yeah. All right, let's take a ride to Michael's, see what we can find. All right, and the back. So this is what I picked up from Michael's. It's this Make Market heat transfer vinyl. According to the directions, it just needs an iron and some parchment paper to put on top of it, which I don't have, so we'll figure out some kind of solution there. But I decided to go with this atomic blue color because it kind of reminded me of the, I think it was a gold headset that was like the step up above this headset. And that had the blue on the bottom. I always thought that that was kind of cool, so I figure why not gussy it up a little bit. So we'll set this aside for now. We won't need it at the moment because we still have to get the old vinyl off of here. So, I mean, it's already coming off, so I think I'm just going to try to, well, peel it off. Which it's kind of already doing, so hopefully we can reuse this. And so I've taken it off. There definitely is like this residue on the bottom. I don't know without like throwing it through a washing machine if it's gonna really help, but it doesn't seem directional, so I'm kind of thinking why not just put it on this side. This thing is folding in on itself, so I'm just gonna cut this down a little bit. It's good to know I have enough spare here in case I screw this up, which I inevitably will, because I have no idea how this heat transfer vinyl works, but we're gonna figure that out together. Alright, so I'm just gonna trace this out best I can with a Sharpie. I don't think it needs to be exact, just need it close enough. After all, the only thing that's gonna be seen is right here, so. I don't know why this side's significantly shorter, but whatever. I'm sure for this exercise it'll be fine. Alright, what do these directions say? Remove excess material from the carrier sheet, leaving only the design you wish to press onto your surface. It says stuff about like cutting machines, and I ain't got that. Place design on desired surface, carrier sheet side up, cover with parchment paper, and press at 290 degrees to 315 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds. Remove carrier sheet from design while warm. So is this a carrier sheet? Guessing that's a carrier sheet. I mean, you're definitely not putting this down, but then isn't this plastic on the top? Like, shouldn't that come off? I think that's how it's supposed to work. Alright, well, I guess give it the old college try here. So I got my ironing board and my iron here. I think in the 8 years I've lived in my condo here, I think I've used this a grand total of twice, so I don't remember how this works. I thought there was a temperature thing on this one, but it just has numbers and then whatever material you want to iron, and clearly vinyl is not on here, so I'm going to take a guess and leave it at 3. Sure that'll be fine. Alright, so I was doing a little bit of playing around with this off camera. Just wanted to make sure before I put it on the actual piece of fabric that I kind of figured out kind of what I was doing. So I have this old t-shirt here and I put the vinyl on. And I first put it upside down with the plastic side down, thinking that like melted in or whatever. But it was actually not, it was the white side here. You put that down, then what I did was I put the other side of the t-shirt on and just plopped the iron on for 30 seconds. And then took the plastic off, and this was the result. So, it's on there good and tight. It ain't coming off very easily, so I would say that that's a win. I did set my iron to 4, and that seems to do a pretty good job. So, alright, let's bring out the main event and see if we can get this to work. Oh, and the other thing I did was I kind of cut the wings off. I don't think that they're going to be needed. Alright, here we go. So I'm just going to put this on there. And, you know, I'm going to trim down just a little bit more. Alright, I think we should be good now. And we'll count to 30 on this.
A few moments later.
Guess I'll just move it around for a couple more seconds. Alright, let's see what we got. Seems it was stuck there. It did not stick to this side. Do it a little more. If you can tell, I'm not really great at arts and crafts. My grandmother's great at it. Kind of skipped a generation with me. Ow, that's hot. Does appear to have stuck. Now we gotta try and get this plastic off. Yeah, it says to do it when it's still warm. Okay, come on. Just need a little something here. Oh, for crying out loud, come on. This is why they say take it off when it's warm. It's a lot easier that way. Oh, Jesus. Alright, there we go. Actually, not that bad. Dig it. Alright, let's see if we can get this back on the headphones. Alright, I think the first thing we gotta do is put the masking tape back on here. I'll clip off that excess in a minute. I'm sure that'll be sufficient. Hey, if it's good enough for Sony, it's good enough for me. Just give that a little snippy snip. Yeah, I guess we just gotta kind of feng shui this back on. Not really sure how to get these back on. So it's got to fold over somehow. Maybe some double-sided tape might work? Sure, why not? Let's give it a try. Because otherwise this is just going to keep flipping and flopping on me. And I can't have that. Actually, I don't think this vinyl is as stretchy as the other stuff. May have a different idea. Might help a little bit. So I've been working this vinyl for the last few minutes. It seems to be a lot stretchier now. So, I don't know. Guess maybe we'll see if this does something. It's definitely a lot longer now. So I don't know if that's going to be a detriment or what. Okay, so I think I'm making a little bit of progress here. So I put the masking tape and then I have double-sided tape here. I'm going to press that down. Now that's not going to stay. So I'm going to put another piece of masking tape over this. And if this doesn't hold, then I'm going straight to the duct tape. And we'll do the same on the other side here. Now we can start stretching this over. This is kind of one of those moments I wish I had multiple hands. This is something I feel like I need 3 hands with. I will just get one piece over for now. So something's holding. Yeah, it's definitely a little crinkly, but I mean, I think this is the best we're going to get under these circumstances. So, unless somebody in the comments has a better vinyl or something I can give a try, I'll definitely revisit this again. Might as well finish with this little hack job here. Actually, it's kind of looking like it's starting to stretch out a little bit more. Maybe this will stretch out over time. We'll see. Or maybe even me just pulling this back is stretching it. Who knows? Well, besides somebody that actually knows what they're doing. Alright. The home stretch here. It doesn't look that bad. You know, like these wrinkles seem to be starting to come out a little bit. At least they're better than they were before. Alright, let's see if we can get this back into here. And then we can maybe charge this up and see if it works. Yeah, I'm not going to really worry much about that wire. I think it'll be alright. I mean, a little bit of black's poking out there, but I mean, I think that this is going to be pretty much as good as it's going to get. Yeah, I think that wire is binding up. Let's take it out just to be safe. Actually, I don't think that wire was binding up on that at all. I think it was just hitting some of this tape. So maybe what we should do is cut like a little slit in the middle here for the wire to pass through. I'm just going to reroute this wire back in the original spots it was at. See over under kind of thingy it was doing. And the other thing I kind of neglected was the fact that there are these clips here. So it's got to actually clip underneath here. So we got to kind of tuck this tape under a little bit. That might be enough for it to click in. Yep, there it goes. Clipped in. Cool. I'm gonna say, even though with the little crinkles that it's got in the vinyl here, for the first attempt, I honestly don't think that this looks too bad. Definitely some things I've learned about what to do better the next time. I could probably take it apart and redo it again, but I think for this particular exercise we should be good to go. So yeah, I'm just gonna charge this up overnight because the battery is definitely gonna be pretty dead just from shipping and sitting for a while. So we'll plug it in, charge it up, and then we'll be back tomorrow and we'll test this out. All right, so we're back. It's a couple days now, and yeah, this should be fully charged by now. So figure time to give it the field test. So let's put these on and see how it goes. Okay, yeah, so not too bad. The ear cuffs don't feel as soft as I remember them, but they're fine. They're perfectly suitable replacements. I'm not too worried about it. Headband feels good. Microphone still goes in and out. I bet you I can probably adjust these and make it fit a little better. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. All right, so yeah, I guess really the only other thing that we need to do now is plug it in and test it out. All right, so I do have a game all booted up and ready to go. So we're just gonna do kind of a basic test here. I did turn it on. It is going at the moment, and we do have a full battery charge, so that's nice. And I'll definitely be testing outside of the scope of this video to just make sure that it still works just fine, which I'm 100% sure it will. I've never had problems with those batteries before. So yeah, I'll let you have a listen in on what's going on. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this. So yeah, I guess on that note, that's the end of this video. So thank you so much for coming along on this. If you got any kind of value out of this video or you were entertained, definitely give it a like below. And then make sure you subscribe too as well if you don't want to miss any other future videos. I got some really cool things coming down the pipeline. So thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.